Question number 17. If the 4th, 10th and the 16th, 4th, 10th and the 16th terms are x, y and z, prove that x, y, z are in GP. So what is this? A4 is nothing but AR cube, A10 is AR to the 9, A16 is AR to the 15. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to divide. So divide AR to the 9 divided by AR cube equals y divided by x. What do I have? R to the 6 equals y divided by x. Now I'm going to divide this and this. So I have AR to the 15 divided by AR to the 9 equals z divided by y. So what am I left with? Again, R to the 6 equals z divided by y. Since the LHS are equal, I can equate my RHS. So equating my RHS, I have y divided by x equals z divided by y. When you say x, y, z are in GP, how can you say that? So when you have x, y and z in a geometric progression, you say that their common ratios are equal. So which is y divided by x equals z divided by y. That's what you have here. So x, y, z are in GP, hence proved. Okay. Question number 18. Find the sum of n terms of the sequence 8 plus 88 plus 888 until n terms. We solved a very similar question in the example, but let me do this again. So what can I do? I can take the 8 outside. I have 1 plus 11 plus 111 until n terms. So I can multiply and divide by 9. So I have 8 divided by 9 times 9 plus 99 plus 999 plus and so on until n terms. This is again 8 divided by 9 of 10 minus 1 plus 10 square minus 1 plus 10 cube minus 1 and so on until 10 to the power n minus 1. Correct? So now I have 8 divided by 9. I'm going to club the 10s together and 1s together. So I have 10 plus 10 square plus 10 cube until 10 to the n minus 1 plus 1 plus 1 and so on for n terms. Okay, so this is a GP. Here you have 1 n times. So this summation becomes n. This is a GP. So what do I have? A equals 10. So the Sn is A times, what is my R? 10 square divided by 10, which is 10 to the n minus 1 divided by 10 minus 1. So that is the summation for this. So what do you have? 8 divided by 9 of 10 times 10 to the n minus 1. 10 minus 1 is 9 minus n. What do I have? 80 divided by 81 times 10 to the n minus 1 minus 8 divided by 9 to the n. So this is my answer. Okay. Question number 19. Find the sum of the products of the corresponding terms of the sequence 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. And what is my other sequence? 128, 32, 8, 2 and half. So what are they asking me to find? Find the sum of the products of the corresponding terms. So I need to find the sum of the products. So in the term multiply pannom plus 4 times 32 plus 8 times 8 plus 16 times 2 plus 32 times half. So they want me to do this. Find the sum of the products of the corresponding terms of the GP. Okay? So this GP in kuduthirukku, idoda sum kandupidikanum. So how can you do that? So this is what I need to find. 128 times 2, let me leave that just like that, plus 4 times 32, which is 128, plus 8, 64, plus 32, plus 16. So these are the terms that I have. So I'm going to take 128 outside. So what will I be left with? I have 2 plus 1 plus 64 divided by 128 will be 1 by 2. So what am I doing? Basically, I'm taking 128 outside of the bracket, which means I'm dividing the whole series by 128. Correct? So, this divide panna 2. This divide panna 1. This divide panna half. This divide panna 1 by 4, which is 1 by 2 square. Plus, this divide panna 1 by 2 cube. Okay. So, this is also a series. So, it is easier to solve this particular GP than solving this huge numbers. So, what is my A? Leave aside 128. We'll first solve this and we'll multiply it with 128. So, what is my A? My A is 2. What is my R? 1 divided by 2, which is 1 by 2. So, what is my sum? Sn equals, this is less than 1. Adala enna formula use panna poren? Sn equals A times 1 minus R to the n divided by 1 minus R. So, what do I have? Sn equals 2 times 1 minus 1 by 2 to the n. What is my n? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 terms. So, I'll write S5. What is it? S5 divided by 1 minus half is a half. So, what happens to that? When I take this half to the numerator, it becomes a 4. So, what is my S5? S5 equals 4 times 2 to the power 5 minus 1. What is 2 to the power 5? 32. So, it's 32 minus 1 divided by 32. What do I have? 4 times 31 divided by 32. So, this is your S5 in the sum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms. So, you have a 128 outside. So, what's my final answer? 128 times 4 times 31 divided by 32. So, 32 this is 32 1 times, 32 4 times. So, what do I have in total? 16 times 31, 496. Okay. Question number 20 is pretty straightforward. Show that the products of the corresponding terms. Enala A, AR, AR square, etc. AR to the n minus 1 and A, AR, AR square, AR to the n minus 1. So again, you need to show that the products of the corresponding terms also form an AP. So product in A capital A capital A R square, A capital A R power 4 and so on, A capital A R to the n minus 1 the whole square. So what is my first term? A. This is my first term. So let me call it A1. What is my common ratio? AA R square divided by AA, which is A2 minus A1. It is A2 divided by A1. So what do I have? The AA goes off. I have R square. This is my A2 divided by A1. Let's see what my A3 divided by A2 is. So in order to check if they are in GP, I need to see if they have the common ratio. So what is A3 by A2? Again, A capital A R power 4 divided by A capital A R square. This cancel achna, what am I left with? R square. So what do you see? A2 by A1 equals A3 by A2, which means the obtained sequence is a GP. Okay. Question number 21. Find 4 numbers forming a geometric progression in which the third term is greater than the first term by 9. third term is greater than the first term by 9. You need to know how to form the equation. Okay, the third term is greater than the first term by 9. First term vida third term 9 numbers greater. Okay, that is one equation. What is the other equation? The second term is greater than the fourth term by 18. The second term is greater than the fourth term by 18. This is another equation. Okay, you need to find the first four numbers. You need to find the GP. Okay, so what is A3 equals A1 plus 9? You can write it as AR square equals A1 another A plus 9. What do you have? A common adta, I have R square minus 1 equals 9. So let this be equation number 1. Now I'll take this equation. What is A2? AR equals A4 and AR cube plus 18. And I bring it to the other side. I have AR times 1 minus R square equals 18. This is my second equation. So let me divide equation 1 by equation 2. So what do I get? A of R square minus 1 divided by AR of 1 minus R square equals 9 divided by 18. This becomes 1 by 2. What happens here? Here you have R square minus 1. Here you have 1 minus R square. So if the end may cancel, you'll be left with a minus 1. Correct? So when you multiply minus inside, this becomes 1 minus R square. Upper 1 minus R square, 1 minus R square gets cancelled. So when you cancel this, the minus 1 comes outside. So what am I left with? A gets cancelled. So minus 1 by R equals 1 by 2. So R equals minus 2. We have got the R value. Now let us substitute R in our first equation to obtain A. Okay. So A times R square minus 1. 2 square minus 2 the whole square, minus into minus plus side up. So you have 4 minus 1 equals 9. A equals 4 minus 1 and 3. 9 divided by 3, 3. So you know your A and R. So you can easily find your first 4 terms. What is your first 4 terms? What are your first 4 terms? A equals 3. Second term vandu AR, which is 3 times minus 2 minus 6. A R square, which is 3 times minus 2 the whole square. 3 times 4, 12. AR cube is 3 times minus 2 the whole cube. Minus into minus into minus minus. 2 cube and 8. 8 times 3, 24. So minus 24. Okay.